What's up, studs and chats? Today we got 8 stories at our hands. We got good news for PS5, Xbox. We also have Activision in the news that might be capping huge, alright? So get your cap meters out there, buggers. There's a Battlefield-like game that I want to show you in this video. We also got some good news for God of War. So let's just go for 8 subscribers on this video. I think you can do it. But coming in at number 8, we're actually hearing this, that Ubisoft is undecided on increasing its game prices to $70 in 2021. Ubisoft Chief Financial Officer Frederick Douglé actually commented by saying that in terms of pricing, we've been analyzing the competitive dynamics of the past quarter and we are still looking at new opportunities. My guy, if you're really looking at new opportunities, seriously, Giamomo, okay? But we have not made any decision yet, and you know, thank God, that's all I gotta say. A homie from the streets actually says this: Ubisoft games don't hold their price anyway, so would be stupid to charge $70. Ow. Seriously, dog, homie's got no chill. But do you think he's capping or spitting straight facts? But coming in at number 8, this is gonna be me actually putting a Uno card and say, hey, Ubisoft is not that bad, because they say that Ubisoft will no longer focus purely on AAA titles, ramping up free-to-play games this year. And I think free-to-play is really gonna be the future of video games, right? Like in fiscal 2022, we continue our evolution from a AAA release-centric model towards a model where AAA games stand alongside new premium and free-to-play innovation experiences across all platforms. These diverse experiences will feed on each other through complementary gameplay and business models. Now, surely free-to-play games come in with free surprises, with free gifts, the good old surprise mechanics, the microtransactions, and TBH, my dude, if you think now is bad, like wait 5 years, wait 10 years, we're gonna be paying for microtransactions in real life. But coming in at number 6, we actually have some really good news for God of War. You already know I'm a massive fan of God of War. I really want to see this game. PlayStation Studios boss cannot wait for people to see God of War Ragnarok. Santa Monica Studios sequel is Herman Hell's most anticipated game. This is what he says, and it actually gives me hope that this game is really gonna be coming out this year, and the reveal should be in the next coming weeks, okay? Playing God of War in 2018 was a great experience for me. That series has always had amazing action and combat, but the emotional depth Santa Monica brought to Kratos' story as a father was very memorable, especially since my son was only a little bit older than Atreus when I played it. So to see and hear the reaction to that tiny glimpse we unveiled at the PlayStation Showcase last September was very exciting. I cannot wait for people to see what Santa Monica is making. Really, there has been a lot of expertise, I mean myself included, like even to some extent I thought that this game might get delayed, and it still can very well get delayed, you know, touch wood, knock on wood. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed, but after hearing the boss say that, it looks like that it is really on track and we should be hearing about it sometime very soon. If I have to take, I guess I would be like, hey, maybe March, maybe April. If they really push it further, then I think it will be at E3, but Sony most likely will not attend E3, or maybe they will attend E3 this year. I'm not sure, okay? Because last year it was different. They were also marketing PS5, the Sony Ponies PS5 ride, and we also had the Roni situation. This year E3 will be digital, and I think that they are either gonna be like revealing the game at E3, but if they push it beyond that, then I will get sus. But at number 5, we're actually hearing some good news about this title, and I've actually reacted to the gameplay the other day. I will be putting some gameplay in the background, but I had to take that video down because I had some issues with YouTube in 2021, but it was a different issue. I can still show the game because it's gameplay, it's not IRL, but I cannot say these words, okay? I'm not even sure if I can actually show it as text. Konami's canceled this game that is titled 6 Days in Fallujah is revived for 2021 release, and I will have some gameplay in the background. And apparently this game was supposed to come out back in 2009. Like, Fallujah was originally cancelled in 2009 due to backlash and criticism from the British press, and I know that even Modern Warfare 2019 was getting that sort of criticism where journalists was like, hey, it is very realistic, it was very jarring. You probably remember that, right? If you have been around, like, we covered all of that. Even IGN was going at it, like Sydney Gooman. IGN was straight up saucing it up like, hey man, it is baby, jarring. And we had leaks, we had insiders that said that yes, there was certain aspects that were cut. It was not the devs' fault, it's just that we're living in like and I know that you will say that, well, Skizzo, the graphics are not that good, I'm not hitting the G-spot. And seriously, man, even I'm not hitting the G-spot. But listen here, okay, this is something that we do not see every single day, right? This is one of those stories that I'm actually interested in. I mean, no disrespect to anybody that was involved in that, peace and love for sure, but they actually started that, and this is just a video game. This is just an entertainment, just like how there are movies on, stuff like that. This is just a video game, right? So it's actually baffling that this game was supposed to come out back in 2009 and it got cancelled, and almost like 12 years later, 13 years later, the game is coming out now, and people are like, well, this game graphics. But I'll say this, games like this definitely deserve a bigger budget. Like, you know, these animations, these facial expressions, come on, man, like, give it more budget. But I'm actually interested in the story. If the story is good, hey, that's all that matters. But coming in at number 4, this might be cappity cap. I mean, definitely get your cap meters out, buggos, because IGN says that Call of Duty Black Ops is one of the best-selling games in US history, and the homie Dr. Rini would say grass is green and Activision likes money. He forgot to add that, so obviously I have to help the homie Eni out, right? And the homie Slushy was like, grass is blue. And here's the thing, Blame Truth, he recently made a video. I've actually watched his video. He was like, okay, this whole thing is cappity cap. Activision is lying to them kids. And really though, like, in a way, they are capping, but they're not capping. Now listen here, right? And I want to actually open up your third eye, and I will try to offer both perspectives here. This is, in a way, a good news, right? In a way, this is good news because if they are actually making a lot of money, of course, we already know they're making more money than God, as Nero Cinema once said, and these are facts, no printer. And if they make more money than God, it's actually good for the fans, because that means that we're not gonna be seeing like crazy microtransactions. Now, of course, if you go in the microtransaction store, aka the devil shop, you will find like lots of microtransactions, okay? You will find a lot of beta meal and soy boy energy right there, and this is, you know, this is how you can make Activision rich, by simply, you know, putting your credit card. This is the easiest way to go broke and make your parents' bank account empty, right? This microtransaction shop can bring whole families to the streets, and these are nothing but facts. And these microtransactions are optional, so that's why I'm saying this is actually good news. I definitely want Activision to make money, but I hope that they make money by keeping the fans happy, by actually dropping at least 12 multiplayer maps at launch, right? Because nowadays we got like, what, like 2 multiplayer maps? Realistically, like 6 to 8 multiplayer maps, and that's just not gonna cut the mustard, my guy. Like 1 zombie map, like, are you kidding me, my guy? And on top of that, we got 20 tons of skill-based matchmaking. If they can nerf skill-based matchmaking and give us more content, maybe like 2 zombie maps at launch, like with the amount of money, let's be real, the amount of money they're making, they should like easily put out like 4 or 5 billion zombie maps that are high quality, by the way. I'm not talking about any like this type of map, okay? But the homie Blame Truth says that they are capping, and to some extent they are, because, you know, you will constantly hear them say that Black Ops is the best digital sold game ever, or, you know, best sold digitally, something like that. I mean, we're in the only situation. There hasn't been a major title other than Cyberpunk, but we all saw what happened to Cyberpunk and Call of Duty's Call of Duty. It always sells. It's the most casual game ever, but with skill-based matchmaking, that makes it less casual for the casual fans out there. Instead of giving the actual numbers, they will just say, hey, it's the best-selling digital game ever. So in this regards, yes, they are capping. But at number 3, D-Brand actually says this, get yours before Sony liars do. And this is actually massive, okay? Like, these people made this black PlayStation 5 faceplate, and I actually really like the look of it. Look at that, right? Like, their website is really professional. I'm doing this live as I'm talking over. Apparently, they sold out completely, and they're straight up wild and with like, hey, get yours before Sony liars do. At number 2, the homie Okami says that Forza Horizon 5 leak map suggests it could be set in Japan. Now, definitely don't let your dogs out take this with like 5-10 billion kilos of salt, because this can be capped. But Okami is very reputable, but this is not his leak. And if this is true, well, this is a good news for the homies over at the Xbox. But at number 1, this is also some really good news for the Sony ponies out here and the Xbox as well. I mean, some hardcore Xbox fans might not like this, because Anki is a community manager at Techland Games, aka Dying Light Game, and says this. I'm getting a lot of DMs about Dying Light acquisition, so I'll answer here. There was the same rumor floating around the internet 1 year ago, and the situation didn't change. Techland is an independent studio, and it was not acquired by another publisher. Originally, the rumor was that Xbox actually acquired the acquisition, and the community manager says that is cap. So hit the subscribe bell. I will definitely keep you guys in the loops with all the cap and facts around the streets. Check out this video on the screen. You're gonna get a kick of dopamine, and I will see you right there.